Well, we have been monitoring the aftermath in Greenfield. Meteorologist Hannah Dennis joins us now to talk more about what she has been seeing today. Hannah.
Yes, there just so much damage out here. I can't even put into words how devastating it is. In fact, take a look at this sign. This is one of those road signs that you see. It's just completely bent over. And then behind me, you can just see all the damage that has just been done by this deadly tornado, which is now one of the deadliest tornadoes of 2024 right now. And the National Weather Service looks for this kind of stuff. They want to see homes off their foundation. They want to see if there is trees that have been debarked, which that is certainly the case here in Greenfield. And so they're going to finish up surveying their damage and then give us a final report once they have finished doing that. But we will be seeing some more storms here early tomorrow morning, unfortunately. And so they will be rolling through, and it could give us some high winds here in Greenfield. In Greenfield, Hannah Dennis, Local 5 News.
Hannah, thank you. And as she said, the devastation is unfathomable, not only in Greenfield, but across central Iowa. Today, in a joint press conference with FEMA, Governor Kim Reynolds announced 202 homes in the state sustained major damage or were destroyed. 153 of those were in Adair County alone. That's where the EF4 tornado tore through Greenfield and Corning. 26 more were just in Polk County. FEMA is assessing all of this damage and hopes to approve the governor's expedited request for aid.
As much as I've been watching the videos and seeing the pictures of the tornado damage, it just does not do it justice when you're here on the ground and you can see the homes gone, or you can talk to a member who lost their home and they shared their story of how they just barely escaped death.
Well, along with the major disaster declaration request, 32 counties are now included in the governor's own emergency declaration. 4 counties are also now included in a request for a presidential disaster declaration. In the meantime, Governor Reynolds tells Iowans to look out for each other as more severe weather again is expected overnight.
One of the ladies that we talked to, she's very fortunate to just be in the right spot to have her life saved. But she said, I've picked up here and I'm moving and helping other neighbors clean up their home as well. So just a lot of camaraderie out there, really a lot of support for each other. And that's how we can continue to lift them up and support them as well.
Well, FEMA officials say they are still reviewing the aid request. They encourage residents with property damage to extensively document what they can to show their insurance companies when and if those funds do come through. Another day of cleanup and recovery for the city of Greenfield. Local 5's Larissa Leone has been out there all day and talks to people most affected. Larissa, what are you seeing?
What was once a loving home for a single mom and her son is now nothing but the basement. How Anna Larson tells me her and her son will rebuild after the tornado.
I lost my entire house. I only have my foundation left.
On the night of the tornado, Anna was home alone seeking shelter in her basement. It wasn't long before her home was hit.
And I knew it was extremely bad when everything on my windows in my house, I just heard a big old crash. And I knew all my windows in my house were destroyed.
After being knocked out cold, Anna came to. Thanks to a little help from some friends, she was safe, making it out of the tornado's path.
I woke up and my head, base of my head was hurting. And I mostly woke up and I was looking up to the sky. It was raining and I was confused. Luckily, I have amazing neighbors that got me outside or got me out of my house.
Brian Hall's 72-year-old mother was also home alone at the time of the tornado hit. On top of losing her home, she was injured.
She's in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries right now in Des Moines. So we are here trying to do this while the rest of my family's working on getting up to see her.
Much like Larson, Brian's mother received help by the hands of neighbors, lifting a couch to get to her.
John, as a friend of hers, heard her yelling and got him and then some other ones to help her get in from the couch.
All in all, Anna says her love for Greenfield and the people within it only grows.
That's small town Greenfield for you. We are a community. If you come here and you stay here, if you even come for one day, you fall in love with it.
And Stephanie, I'll tell you what, when we arrived into town, we saw a lot of debris like we did yesterday, but now in the afternoon, there's a large effort to clean up a lot of that today. And I think they're trying to beat those storms, that severe weather that Chris and Hannah mentioned. So a lot of work to be done, but a lot of work that already has been done. In Greenfield, Larissa Leone, Local 5 News.
And as people work to clean up and recover, support is absolutely pouring in. Local 5's Dana Searles is live at one church that's collecting items to give to people in need. Dana.
Stephanie, there's a lot going on out here, but all good things. I'm at St. John's Catholic Church, and it's kind of been a hub for resources and donations. So let me show you what's all going on and what we all have out here. So if you look right over here, tons of free meals are being cooked out here. We've got the Iowa pork producers out here cooking up some fresh burgers, hot dogs, and over we have all of our donations, all of our resources. So totes, we have wood panels, we have tarps for roofs, nails, everything you can think of for the outside of your house. Then through those doors inside is a big sorting center where they're holding all of the donations that they're getting: more toiletries, cleaning supplies, brooms, toilet paper, baby wipes, anything you can think of, those essentials that were probably lost in the storm. And then over, more food being cooked, but that's Soulshine right over there is a food truck, and they are just a heart in this community. They're a local food truck, and they have such a sweet story. They have just been greeting neighbors, greeting friends, people they know this entire time out here. There's also in the distance in the parking lot, there's a disaster relief group from Missouri. So people are really coming from all across the country to come here and help out and have all hands on deck. And they all share a very unique story. I'll have more of their stories tonight at 10. But for now, live in Greenfield, Dana Searles, Local 5 News.